Good morning, everyone. My name is Felipe Feijó. I think I met most of you yesterday at the welcoming reception. I want to welcome you again today to the fourth Latin American Conference, SDEWES Conference. We will have today an introduction, a plenary presentation from Professor Marcelo Mena, and I want to start today giving the word to Professor Gusovic from the University of Zagreb, who's the secretary of the SDEWES Center. Please, Professor Gusovic.
Thank you, Philip. Dear colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure and honor to welcome all of you to the fourth Latin American SDEWES Conference, Vina del Mar 2024. The importance of SDEWES Conference is all the greater when we remember the last year catastrophic phenomena that are direct consequence of global warming. The summer of 2023 was Earth's hottest since global records begin in 1880. The months of June, July, and August combined were 0.23 degrees Celsius warmer than any other summer, and 1.2 degrees Celsius warmer than the average summer between 1951 and 1980. August alone was 1.2 degrees Celsius warmer than the average. The new record comes exceptional heat swept across much of the world, exacerbating deadly wildfires in Canada and Hawaii, and heat waves in South America, Japan, Europe, and USA, while likely contributing to several rainfall in Italy, Greece, Central Europe, and Libya. Global average surface temperature remained at record high levels from the time of last year, from April to August. The high surface temperatures have coincided with the initial development El Nino condition that lead to warm temperatures across many parts of the planet. When General Secretary Antonio Guterres went on COP27 conference that humanity's dependence on fossil fuels has opened the gates of hell. Speaking of terrible heat and historical fires fueled by greenhouse gases emission, he stressed that it was not too late to limit the increase in global temperature to 1.5 degrees Celsius. The future is not written. It is up to you, the leaders, to write it, he said. I would add also scientific. Finally, in November 2023, on COP28 in Dubai, after 28 attempts, the governments agreed to transition away from fossil fuel use. For the first time, the world has agreed to move away from the coal, oil, and natural gas that are principal causes of global warming. The 198 parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change agreed on a text that called for transition away from fossil fuels in energy system in just orderly and equitable manner. The SDEWES family is constantly growing. In addition to the traditional Dubrovnik SDEWES conference, we also have a series of South Europe conference, Latin American conference, Asian Pacific conference, and from this year, North American conference. Finally, I am sure that you will enjoy not only the technical presentation and valuable scientific discussion, but also the local hospitality, food, culture, and sightseeing of beautiful Vina del Mar and Chile. I wish all of us a successful conference. Thank you very much for your coming and for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Gusovic. I want to invite now Professor Jimena Pascual to give some welcoming words. She's the chair of the School of Industrial Engineering at the Pontificia Universidad Católica de Valparaíso.
distinguished authorities, esteemed guests and colleagues, and passionate researchers for a sustainable future. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this conference in our beautiful city of Viña del Mar on behalf of the Pontificia Universidad Católica de Valparaíso. As you may know, our university's recent 2023-29 strategic plan reflects a profound commitment to contributing to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. As this conference so aptly highlights, achieving these goals presents a critical challenge for Latin America, one that demands resolute dedication and abundant creative problem-solving skills. The agenda before us is filled with topics both timely and vital, from groundbreaking research on conversion systems for renewable energy to innovative market models paving the way for sustainable policy, from the intricacies of green economy regulations to the design of pricing models for our energy and water resources. Every session promises to dig into the task of shaping a better tomorrow. We will envision urban spaces with zero energy buildings and electromobility. We will delve into life cycle analysis issues and share innovative solutions for recycling or replacing plastic. And through these discussions, we hope you will forge collaborations that transcend disciplines and borders, building a map of collective knowledge and shared purpose. Your expertise and your dedication to research are vital in this endeavor. Each presentation and each collaborative spark carries the potential to propel us towards our goals. Therefore, we commend you for taking up this crucial task. May your discussions be packed with insights and your conclusions a roadmap for a sustainable future for Latin America and the world. I wish you a productive and inspiring conference filled with groundbreaking ideas and fruitful partnerships. And I hope you have a chance to enjoy our pleasant weather, our local scenery, and of course, our seafood and wines. Have a great time. Thanks for coming.
So I want to give you a brief background about the SDEWES conference, and basically how this SDEWES Center came together and how we put together this conference in Latin America. First of all, I want to thank the organizers of the SDEWES conference, the University of Zagreb, the Instituto Superior Técnico de Lisboa in Portugal, and as Jimena Pascual mentioned, the Pontificia Universidad Católica de Valparaíso from Chile, and the executive organizer, the SDEWES Center. I also want to thank the two basic sponsors that made this conference possible, SIPPAC, a Chilean company, and also the municipality of Viña del Mar. We will have some welcoming words from the mayor in a few minutes. I also want to, oops, I don't know if you can see it. There we go. I also want to highlight that we have some technical issues. There we go. Okay. So also want to highlight that although this is a Latin American conference, we have speakers, researchers, and people from all over the world. 125 participants from 27 different countries, 66 cities, and more than 70 international universities, institutes, and different companies that came to Valparaíso and Viña del Mar. I don't know if we can fix the connection here. Okay, not touch everything. Okay, so here we have the flags for different countries that basically participated in this conference. There we go. Okay. So as I was saying, we have 125 participants from 27 different countries all over the world that came to the beautiful city of Vina del Mar, and you will also get to see a little bit of Valparaiso tomorrow during the sightseeing. 66 different cities and more than 70 universities, institutes, and companies around the world. Some flags from the participant countries. I also want to highlight that this is the fourth version or the fourth time that we meet in Latin America, having this conference in Chile now. But we have been running this conference for 18 previous times in Europe. We are running this conference in Rome in 2024. So all of you are welcoming to come to, or not come, go to Rome during September. This is the fourth version of the Latin American Conference. We met before in Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, Buenos Aires, and now in Viña del Mar. So this has been a very successful conference over the almost basically the past 20 years. As I mentioned, just mentioned, this year we are also running two conferences, one in Rome in September and one in Australia in Gulf Coast. This is the second time that the SDEWES conference will happen in the Asian Pacific area. So we hope to see most of you also over there. I know some people that came from New Zealand will be also in Australia later this year. I also want to highlight some numbers, mention some numbers about the conference. As I mentioned before, we have participants from 27 different countries. We have 166 registered participants, 125 accepted submissions, 60 archival papers. I want to highlight why these archival papers are important. And we have a very successful rate of submitted abstracts and registered participants. So this is so you can actually see some of the numbers of the previous Latin American conferences that have been running since 2018, starting in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Why the archival papers are important? Basically because we published during the past 18 years more than 3,000 research papers in different scientific journals. Most of you are probably familiar with renewable energy, renewable and sustainable energy reviews, applied energy, Journal of Environmental Management, and all of different journals in the energy and sustainability context. So all of you that basically submitted archival papers and will be presenting your research in the conference will have the opportunity to get your papers and your research published when you are invited in some of these journals. I also want to highlight one specific journal, probably the most important journal, the SDEWES journal. The editor-in-chief is Professor Neven Duich, who sadly couldn't come this time due to some health issues, but I'm sure he's connected online at this moment. The Journal of Sustainable Development of Energy, Water, and Environmental System is indexed in Scopus and other databases, and in 2022, it got impact factor of 2.1, so we're very happy for this basically achievement and success. Highlight that this is basically a journal that was developed based on the SDEWES conferences in 2013. It's an online open access journal, so we welcome all of you to send your research papers to SDEWES. I want to now invite Tomislav Pusec to the floor. Tomislav, somewhere around here. If not, we'll, yeah, Tomislav is coming. So Tomislav will give you some highlights and some rules about how we need to behave during the conference for the next 3 days.
Did the mayor show up?
No, but we'll do that later.
Okay, so welcome everybody. I'm very happy to be able to welcome you today on our Viña del Mar SDEWES conference. I will be very brief. I will just give you a few pointers on the main rules for this conference. I don't know, but you probably noticed this is a hybrid conference, so we have an online part and we have a, let's say, on-site part. And you probably wondered why you needed to film your presentation. This is because we have online participants and we wanted them to have access to all of the research so they can access all the papers and participate in the discussion about the research and so on. But whether you're online or on-site, the key issue is that you present your research. For online participants, that means that you need to answer all the questions that someone is asking about your paper in the online sessions. And for people that are here physically present, the key issue is that you actually present your research. In case you don't do that, we will have to cancel your papers. So please be on time, present your paper, participate in the sessions, in the discussions, and so on. For people that are here for the first time, if you are presenting on site here, you can come around 15 minutes before the session. Someone from the local organizing committee will be present in the room. You can copy your presentation, you can test everything if everything is working, that we don't have any kind of technical problems. And you will always have someone assisting you in this process. Of course, if you have any questions, doubts, issues, you can always come to the registration desk and we will we'll do our best to help you. This also means that the chairs or co-chairs of the session should also be around 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes before the session starts, so you can also get to know the presenters, also be there when they are testing everything in order for us to start on time. Regarding the social part of the program, you all got your lunch coupons, so 2 of them, and you will need to present them during lunch. Lunch will be served in the restaurant. If you're in this hotel, it's the same place where you had breakfast. It's right in front of here. The coffee breaks will be served here. And regarding social visit on Tuesday, so tomorrow, we will have like a social trip. You also have a ticket for that, so it's for the social program. We will have a very nice tour to Valparaiso. We will have a joint conference dinner, which is quite close to the hotel, so it will be very easy going. Yeah, this is more or less all the main things and pointers I just wanted to go with you, just especially for people that are first time on one of our conferences. Once again, welcome. Thank you all for coming, and I really hope you will enjoy in this beautiful city on our SDEWES conference. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Tomislav. I want to invite now to the stage Mrs. Macarena Ribamonti, the mayor of the city of Viña del Mar, to give some words.
¿Cómo están? Muy buenos días. I am Macarena Ripamonti. I'm the youngest mayor of the Viña del Mar ever. Believe you or not, I'm the mayor of the Viña del Mar. Welcome everyone, and primero que todo me gustaría saludar a Jimena Pascual, que es nuestra directora de la Escuela de Ingeniería Industrial de la Pontificia Universidad Católica. Gracias por la organización y el tiempo que has dedicado para organizar este gran evento en la ciudad de Viña del Mar. Y a Felipe Feijó, ¿cómo estás? Muchas felicitaciones como presidente de esta conferencia y también por la organización y el tiempo que has dedicado. Y a todos los distinguidos invitados y científicos, investigadores, representantes de diversas partes del mundo, les doy una cálida bienvenida a esta hermosa ciudad de nuestro país. Es un honor ver tantos rostros provenientes de tantos lugares lejanos del mundo, de Eslovenia, Polonia, Croacia, Italia, quienes han viajado para enriquecer la plataforma de intercambio y aprendizaje de nuestro mundo. Y obviamente su presencia en este compromiso global es muy importante para nosotros, para el desarrollo de la ciudad de Viña del Mar.
Be welcome, everyone, all the investigator and representation of all part of the world. It's an honor to see so many faces here, coming from all different places, Slovenia, Polonia, Croatia, Italy, that have come here to be enriched in this platform of interchange and learning. Your presence here shows the global compromise, and with the sustainable development and the search for innovation and solutions.
Okay. Bueno, un poco más lento, así que puedes sentarte ahí y así voy a ir parando para que lo podamos hacer de manera conjunta. Bueno, pero en definitiva es muy importante para mí contar con la presencia de cada uno de ustedes. En Viña del Mar tenemos un compromiso contundente respecto del cuidado y la sostenibilidad de la vida.
Here we have a pursuit of the. I'm so sorry.
Don't
Here
worry.
we are pursuing the sustainability outcome of the life.
Sin duda que el desafío más importante que tenemos en este momento como sociedad es sostener la vida, y para eso abordar desde la ciencia la emergencia climática es fundamental el día de hoy.
Without a doubt, it's one of the most important things we are searching as a community, as a municipality. And seeing it from the perspective of science is the most important part.
Con todo, bueno, estamos a disposición y muy orgullosos, muy orgullosas de que este congreso tan importante para el mundo pueda desarrollarse en la ciudad de Viña del Mar y contribuir como socios para el desarrollo de la investigación, y que esto pueda contribuir al desarrollo y la sostenibilidad de la ciudad de Viña del Mar.
We're really thankful for the realization of this Congress. We are really into helping all these opportunities to be held here in the city for this Congress and every Congress that it has to do with this sustainability and science.
Y por último, compartir con ustedes la felicidad. En el marco de este congreso vamos a trabajar uno de los proyectos eje y estratégicos para la ciudad de Viña del Mar.
In this Congress, we're going to see one of the most important projects that we have as a municipality.
Relacionado, por supuesto, con la sustentabilidad,
Related, of course, with sustainability.
que trata principalmente de la recuperación de uno de los humedales y centros urbanos de la ciudad de Viña del Mar, como es el Parque del Estero Marga Marga.
That it's about one of the most important wetlands that we have here in Viña del Mar, that is called Estero Marga Marga.
Hemos visto cómo de manera comparada la recuperación de estos ecosistemas no solo brindan oportunidades y resiliencia, sino también pueden significar, desde una perspectiva también, la reactivación y el dinamismo de la economía.
We have seen the work that has these wetlands in the cities and all the development that can have not only in the in the green part of the stuff, the wetland itself, but also the economic part of the city.
Bueno, sean muy bienvenidos, espero que tengan una excelente instancia, que puedan conocer también la ciudad de Viña del Mar y que sea un éxito para todos quienes participan aquí. Muchísimas gracias.
Be really welcome, and thank you very much to all who came here in the city.
And thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the welcoming words. I want to invite now Professor Rolando Chami from the Pontificia Universidad Católica Valparaíso, who will give an introductory research talk today. Dr. Rolando Chami is a biochemical civil engineer from the Pontificia Universidad Católica de Valparaíso. He holds a PhD in chemical engineering from the University of Santiago de Compostela, Spain. Dr. Chami has been a professor in the School of Chemical Engineering at PUCV since 1996. Since 2010, he has served as the director and chair of the Curauma Biotechnology Center at the Pontificia Universidad Católica de Valparaíso, and he's also the director of the Master's Clean Development Mechanism and Energy Efficiency program at the university. Additionally, Dr. Chami was appointed as the president of the Inter-American Association of Sanitary and Environmental Engineering for the period of 2024 and 2026. Dr. Chami has also published over 150 scientific publications and has given over 500 presentations at national and international conferences. Also in the context of clean development mechanism, environmental management, waste and effluent treatment, among other subjects. So we welcome Professor Chami. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Felipe. It is a pleasure for me to stay here. Good morning, everyone. And I will try to give you in 10 minutes, no more, some aspect about the sanitary sector in Chile. This is some numbers, some coverage of the sanitary sector in Chile. We have drinking water coverage about 99.7%, sewage 97%, urban wastewater treatment coverage 99%. These are very good numbers. You can see it in these slides. The coverage of sewage and also drinking water and the wastewater treatment plants. These are good numbers, very good numbers. But can we stay with that? It is enough? What are the new challenges for the sectors? As environmental engineers, I think so, and professional in this sector, our role is to design 100% sustainable processes, zero waste. There are many ways to change the fate of our planet within framework of sanitary and environmental engineering. We have to do some new policies and regulations, investment programs, public and private, high impact corporate action, but also a small action from communities and small and mid-sized enterprises. That is very important because if we have a lot of a small action, all of them are big, have big effects. This is some numbers about the Mauna Loa in Hawaii, about the CO2 concentration in the atmosphere. The first point was in 1958 with around 300 ppm. But it is necessary to ensure that the concentration of this CO2 does not exceed 420 to maintain the 1.5 degrees. But now, you can see in August of 2023, we have around 420. I see the same. Okay. But now, okay. About the greenhouse gases, it's important for this room that CO2 can be around energy, methane around waste is important, and N2O around fertilizers. These are the three big points, and I think that Marcelo can talk about methane in a few minutes more. But this is, we can see that energy, waste, and fertilizers are the point that we can see to reduce the greenhouse effect. But there are 2 points, mitigation and adaptation, because we have to move toward carbon neutrality, but mitigation and adaptation are important. Some example of mitigation actions: reducing the deforestation, the use of renewable energies, improvement of animal management, waste management, reduce the use of fossil fuels, reduce of fertilizers. This is some examples, but this is mitigation action, but it's important also some adaptation action, like diversify of farming, promote rainwater harvesting system for irrigation, develop of action protocols to address climate emergency, reforesting lands, constructing buildings and infrastructure that are safer for more sustainable, promoting efficient and sustainable water management. A lot of things, but we didn't forget the adaptation action instead of the mitigation action. We name climatically smart sanitary engineering the sanitary engineering that aims to ensure the sanitary system provides quality water and treated water for all of the population, incorporating the need for adaptation and the possibilities of mitigation into development strategies. This is called climatically smart sanitary engineering. This is an example. For example, in Chile, the Farfana biofacility received in 2018 in the COP. I don't remember the name, the number. 24 COP, the United Nations Award for the best global innovation to tackle the climate change. This is in Santiago, the biofacility of La Farfana. But we cannot forget the natural water cycle. The water reuse is not the future, it's the present. We need to reuse the water. Here are some different ways to reduce water. Here is a scheme about the difference between indirect and direct reuse, lies to the inclusion of environmental buffer stage. We can use a factory reuse with a water treatment plant, but also we can use some environmental buffer or some design buffer in order to storage the water and then to can reduce it for public supplies. Here are some numbers. We can look that the regenerated water have less green gases generation than water from the sea. So it's very important to reuse the water that come from the wastewater treatment plant. We have to advance in the circular economy to look for the double life to water. We can use the water with the typical treatment, and we have a biodiversity regeneration. It's not Rio, it's river. It's not Rio de Janeiro, it's in all the world. And for example, if we add another treatment, we can use for service water. Another treatment, we have used it for cooling water. But if we include another treatment, we can have a aquifer recharge and another drinking water. So we can reuse it. This is some things about it. Now, in Chile, we only use certain treatment 1 and 2, but we need to go to drinking water. For example, in some cities which we don't have water for population. So this is an important thing. Circular economy in wastewater treatment plant. Super important. What is the challenge? Zero external energy consumption, to look for energy autonomy. In Santiago, in the Mapocho Trebal plant, it's like 90% in this moment to energy consumption from the biogas produced in the plant. Also, zero generated wasted toward to resource generation. Zero environmental impacts, total integration in the surrounding. Development of shared value with community residents, and also the protection of biodiversity. The point is to look for the potential research generated by the treatment. Not only we have treated water, we have also thermal and electrical energy. We have biosolids, elements and compounds contained in the sludge, sand generated in the pretreatment, a lot of products. So the concept is not to provide a service in a wastewater treatment plant, is generated products. The sanitary engineer in this century plays a fundamental role in formulating policies and implementing greenhouse gases mitigation and climate change adaptation practice. And water is the most crucial shared individual resource across all supply chains, and its management must be climate smart. And a final message in these 10 minutes. We are at a point where we do not know if we will succeed in overcoming climate change and growing with sustainability. But I invite you to have the will and fight to make it. And I think that we can do it. Thank you very much. 10 minutes.
Thank you, Professor Chami. Now we come to probably one of the most important moments of this welcoming or opening ceremony, the award ceremony. So I want to invite Professor Ingo Standler to guide and present the winners of the Best Paper Awards.
Thank you very much, Felipe. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you to the awards ceremony. And a few years ago, we decided in SDEWES not to make that in the end of the conference, but to do that immediately in the beginning, so the awardees much more can enjoy their success, writing autographs to the rest of the participants, making selfies with the participants or with the mayor of Vina del Mar. And so I have the pleasure to award the best papers. And I'm doing that the first time in my life, because normally Professor Natasha Markowska is doing that, so she is the boss of our award committee. And unfortunately, she also wanted to explain me how we are selecting the awardees, and that is a complicated procedure, and so I needed to understand that the first time in my life myself. So whenever you submit your papers, then all the reviewers and all the editors have the possibility to mark in the online tool whether they consider a paper to be awardable or not. And then this award committee, consisting of Natasha Markowska, of Ofelia Araujo, of Brian Ward-Mathieson, of Antonio Piacentino, Alexander Sidansek, and myself, we have then the role that we select our favorite papers. And I always think then we are done, but then we receive the next email from Natasha and she says, now you need to read all the papers that are selected for the final time, and then we need for all the papers selected to give a scale of 1 to 5 credits, and then automatically is generated who will win the best paper awards. And Natasha always considers that we have a gender balance. She does not accept when we have a gender disbalance. And most the problem is it's always men who are selected. And this year we have really a severe gender problem, and Natasha did not complain. That means in case you are a man, you can lean back. You will not be the awardee. We have only women that are awarded in this year. At least. At least when you are the corresponding author. So then let's continue the best 3 papers. And the third place, that is a paper named Assessment of the Energy Transition for an Integrated Mass Transportation System, the Colombian Case. And the winner is Juliet Stephanie Garcia, together with her co-authors Carlos Jaime Franco and Laura Cardenas. I hope she's here. And she's awarded with one of the books of the International Scientific Committee of the conference by Henrik Lund, The Renewable Energy Systems, 2nd edition, A Smart Energy Systems Approach to the Choice and Modeling of 100% Renewable Solutions. And then we come to the 2nd place, and for sure, again, it's a woman. And maybe she will understand herself when we notice that she's the one who most frequently is visiting or attending SDEWES conferences in South America. So she had been in all the conferences, at least they had been in presence, so both in Rio de Janeiro and Buenos Aires, and now in Vina del Mar. And the 2nd place then goes to the paper Comparative Experimental Analysis between PVC banners and geomembranes as waterproofing layer for a prototype of green roof. And the winner is Elaine Vasquez with her co-authors Karen Santos, Mohamed Naishir, Eduardo Linares, Guayarini, and Karina Mariani Stotz. Congratulations. And what I forget to pronounce is that she got a book from Jiří Klemes, Process Integration and Intensification, Saving Energy, Water and Resources. And finally, then we come to the winner of this year's Best Paper Award. And you know it's a woman again. And she presented a paper with the name Smart Turbine, Conceptual and Feasibility Studies of Smart Hybrid Wind Catcher and Turbine Roof Ventilator for Indoor Environmental Quality Enhancement and Wind Energy Harvesting. And the winner is Diana Nasir with her co-authors Ben Richard Hughes and Asli Savati Ibrahim. Congratulations. And she gets again a book from Hamilton.